I'm a farm kid.
What did you say?
I'm a farm kid.
You're a farm kid? That's exactly right.
Hi, we're Art and Bree. 4 years ago, we left the city to buy a 100-year-old farm to turn it into our own productive homestead where we can grow our own food, build a healthy life, and raise our kids just how we like.
If you want to join us in our homesteading adventure on our small farm, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I want to do it on the homestead.
Say it once more, that's the cutest thing in the world.
No.
No. I want to go down to the homestead, Dad.
I want to go down to the homestead too. Hopefully I can get this pot filled. Do you think I'll get this pot filled before y'all leave? Then I can come down there. Oh, I guess I can't leave the stove burning while I'm gone.
It's almost full.
No, this pot.
Oh.
I need to walk in the fresh air and some work.
Apple glasses? Oh, good idea.
You want to see the world through apple glasses. Hey Arthur, can you grab me the other 2 cases of these jars out of the trunk of the car? So it's gonna feel like Groundhog Day around here, at least for me, probably not for you. For the next few days, because I do have 200 pounds of apples to put up, and we'll see how much that makes and then how many jars I have left. I may order some more apples to do apple pie filling, but my #1 goal is applesauce and apple butter. The problem is jars. I can't get jars. I thought I did good in prepping and buying jars. I wasn't surprised that they sold out, but what I'm surprised is that they're still not available. So that's kind of the frustrating thing, is I thought, well, if I need more, I can get them later in the fall. Joy wanted to show you this funny apple. There's the top, but the bottom is on the side. I thought I did well stocking up on jars, but I'm gonna quickly run through what I have. So yeah, I'm having to limit myself on what I make and what I can. Because what I'd really like to do is get into pressure canning some broth and some beans and some soups, but that's not possible right now because of the limited jars. You're probably wondering what variety of apple I am putting up, and I don't know. That's what's funny is I just ordered these juice grade organic apples from Azure Standard for $1 a pound. I got 200 pounds, but it just says juice grade organic apples. I could probably call them and ask them, but what that means is they're not selling them as eating apples, and juice grade or whatever is what we usually pick anyway. So I figured this was perfect. I didn't need the larger apples. It seems like the only difference with these apples is they're a little misshapen, a few of them are, and they're just really small. At first I wasn't even sure if I was going to do apple pie filling, not just because of the jars, because you need a certain tartness and a certain sweetness in an apple pie filling apple or like an apple crisp apple, because that flavor, I find if you just don't get that flavor once they're cooked. But these are tremendously flavorful once they're cooked. So I actually probably will call the company and try to find out the variety, because they are amazing. Did you like that applesauce last night? Everyone thought there was sugar in it.
So good. I thought there was sugar in it.
Yeah. I don't put sugar in my apple butter or my applesauce. I definitely do with apple pie filling, but I almost even wonder if it would need it or much. It barely would need much.
I'm changing into my mud boots for chores. I specifically bought these for working in the house because they're steel-toed and they have like Kevlar in the soles, which I don't trust for pointed nails. But this is what you need when you're working on the farm. I'm down here working on the chores and just checking in on the chickens. In the past couple weeks, we've done a tune-up on our chickens and we've had awesome results. That means making sure they have plenty of nice dry bedding out here, and basically this is like psychological wellness for the chickens right here. This right here. It's fun, you should try it. Just rooting through all the leaves and mulch and everything in here. And then additionally inside, making sure their bedding is clean. We added this door to keep them from sleeping in the laying boxes and pooping on their eggs. And then getting back on top of grit, calcium, and DE. The chicken's egg production was kind of low, and it is winter, but we have a lot of new layers. All of the speckled Sussex should be coming into laying, and a lot of times in a chicken's first winter, they'll actually lay quite a bit through the winter. So I'm happy to report that in the past 2 weeks, our egg production has gone up significantly. So I feel like that's a success. Hey, you have to jump out of my way. Jump out of my way. I'm coming in. They want this right here. I can't give it to you till you jump off that gate. All right, here, watch out. I'm gonna open the gate. Jump out. There you go. Tasty, huh? We'll get you some fresh water. Hey, do you mind spraying that out for me? Just rinse it out and then we'll fill it up in a minute. Thank you. Hey, thanks for washing Mom's canner. What happened to the bottom of it? Look at that. It's all bent. I don't even know if that'll work on the stove. You think we can pop it?
Maybe.
Oh shoot. No. I overdid it. Let's see if we can straighten this out. The bottom of this. Ah. Oh. That's better, but look.
Can I see?
There's a hole in it. Ah, and there's another one. I busted Bree's canner. Passive tense. This has been used, I hate doing that, for a utility bucket, that's fine. These aren't terribly expensive. It's been dinged up and then it's rusted and then the rust has made it weak and then it got dented and then I straightened it and now there's a hole in it. I'm looking for another. I thought we had a duplicate canner. No, I guess we didn't have another one. We just had that one. Bree has literally hundreds of pounds of applesauce or apples to process that needs to be canned, that needs a canner to can it, and she's doing it today. She's someone over actually helping her do it today. Gotta get hay for these cows. This is the good hay, and I was burning through it from this big pile in the barn. There's 50 more bales of this good hay. But the other day I actually brought the cows a different bale of hay from a different stack, and I realized they don't like that hay as much as they like this hay. So now I'm mixing it up about half and half to make this good hay go all the way through the winter. And I'll show you how the little things you learn can help you so much. Here's the situation, okay? I'm in the back pasture. The cows are all coming down. Here's the cow, she's eating her grain. Now, the bull's gonna come try to steal the grain from her. He's coming, but if I offer him this hay, he'll actually just eat this hay. He won't steal the grain, he'll leave her alone. Hey bud, come on. Look what I got for you. Got the good stuff right here. Look, come on. This is the stuff you like, come on. He's looking at her. He's like, he knows she's eating grain out of a bucket. But this hay is good enough. He's coming over here instead. That's also how I keep a little distance between his massive body and my comparably feeble one, is I throw him a leaf as I'm spreading it out. Otherwise he'll come right up to me. If I throw a leaf straight towards him, he stops and eats that one. What's going on with you, big boy? The other day I made the mistake of bringing out that ugly hay first, and guess what? Oh, I tried this right here. Set the grain down, put the hay down, bull tasted the hay, he went straight back for the cow to try to get in her grain, and I had to push him away. I mean, just say, sir, you can't take this lady's grain. Probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes out. Just finishing up the chores, doing an excellent job on the chores. No, high quality animal care. Extra hay, extra rum for everyone. All right, I love you, bye. Okay, I was thinking in my head, hey, I'll just run to town. It's not very far. I'll go to a store. There's like 3 stores that would carry canners and buy another canner. But she's telling me she's checked everywhere when she was looking at jars and that nowhere has canners because of the crazy viral, you might say, swell in interest in homesteading and canning and gardening. But honestly, it's a huge positive in my book. This part of it is a positive. I don't want people to be afraid, but I'm glad people are getting out and gardening. I've talked to so many people who've grown their first garden this year, and I've seen those gardens. You know, a place I've driven by for 4 years, and now there's a huge, beautiful garden. At one point, I think it was just a diversion and entertainment. Now I'm hoping it'll become kind of a yearly thing and a way of life for more people. So no canners in the stores, Bree says. And I should have thought of that. Okay, and her solution is to use one of the giant pots we are cooking applesauce in as a canner, which just means I need to bring this one to the house to cook apples in, though it's about half the size of those other giant ones. Thank you. What are you doing?
I'm trying to.
You're putting the fish. Oh, you're getting the fish. Okay. Okay, almost done. Got one more thing I need to get. And that's some sausage. Grocery bag. We'll do a little grocery shopping down here. Out of our fairly full pork freezer. Dropping sausage everywhere. Get off your stallion. We're going back up to Mama. Let's go to the rental house. All right, is this all the mail from yesterday, Miss Grace? It reminds me of a distant memory. In another life, was I a nurse? That reminds me, I'm gonna need to renew my license pretty soon. So I have a backup plan.
I found a pot here. To use.
Oh yeah, the giant one. What is that for? Is that a turkey frying pot or something?
Yeah, frying.
Oh, cool. I'll put these greens in the fridge. Open the freezer so we can put the sausage away.
Just stick it in a bowl in the fridge because we're gonna eat it for breakfast tomorrow.
Get your head out of the freezer, okay? It's a beautiful color.
Yeah, it is because we kept the pills. Finally, my water is boiling. It's time to can. I've got my jars. They are hot in the oven. This is a tip for you guys if you don't know how to keep your jars hot. You can just throw them in the oven on the lowest setting and then your jars stay hot. And then you can load them with your hot whatever. But today it's applesauce. Another good thing to do is put them like on a cookie sheet and then you just pull out the cookie sheet. So I just have my pot of applesauce here, my jars, my canner. Will you wash me a butter knife real quick? Yep. Do you wipe off your rims? Okay. And you also need to get the air bubbles out. Use this thing. And then you want to put these on just kind of like fingertip. You don't want to put them on super tight. Mm-hmm. Just tight enough for them to stay on. Like you're not going to go crank it tight. Okay, so I think that's having something. All of my jars were just clinking, and I was hoping to catch it on film, but I think they all just already sealed. So maybe we'll catch it on the next round, because you know, if you can, that is the most beautiful sound to a canner's ear. Clink, clink. I'm jumping in to do a couple hours moving this job forward, and I'm going to start by getting up all of these bricks that I've just thrown on the ground. These are bricks that came from a basically wall cover and little wood stove stand in this kitchen here, which I tore out. I just need to get them out of the way because they're going to be in the way here. Oh, and if you were wondering about my friend yesterday who went hunting, he did not get his buck. He's going to come back out. He did see some deer. I actually saw 9 deer yesterday. Yeah, so hopefully he'll be able to get his buck. And I might have time to go hunting. Rifle season starts this coming Monday. I'm kind of thinking this isn't the year though for a big hunt, but my kids are actually really interested in going out. Hey, go. Hey, go. These are the few I wasted by breaking them, by throwing them out the window. The majority we saved.
These are now trashed. I don't have a really great place to put them, so they're gonna go goodbye. I envision this brick in the future, like next year, going into a fire pit, like a fire ring, right here in the yard. And we have a lot of ideas and plans for this, but those are all on the ever expanding after the house list. Today my focus is just clearing away, catching up, cleaning up, so things don't fall into utter chaos. So I am just moving into the house today to take care of a huge pile of junk that I created last time. What I'd love to do is actually get into the next room and tear down walls, which just creates more mess, but I'm actually gonna go back and do something. It's a little bit boring, honestly, just clearing away stuff. It doesn't feel like progress as much, but what I know from experience is if I stay on top of this kind of stuff, it'll actually allow me to be more productive the next time I'm in the house, which will be tomorrow. Lights, camera, action! All right, this is the pile. Whether it's bricks or clearing this pile, these little ugly jobs today are just gonna help me tomorrow and help keeping total chaos from descending. And this is that floor that I cleared out. It's going in the dumpster. Okay, got it done. Yay! Got this floor clean. So now I can move forward in the morning with stuff I really want to do, which is actually gutting this room right here. So we're making good progress. I wish it was going faster. Why am I talking in this mask? I'm gonna take it off. Now it's back up to the house. We have some guests over, so we'll have to do those here just a little bit, but it's not, it's 4:22. I usually do the chores like at 5 to 5:30. How are you?
Good, we're just finishing up some canning and we have guests and I have a lot of food to cook still. Earlier today though I had a very zen moment while I was canning because like the two little boys were sleeping and like the kids were doing their independent school and it was just like chill. It's not enough though, that's the hard thing. It's like my apple butter looks amazing, it's getting nice and dark and thick.
It's about half their volume. Almost half.
Yep, so it's getting very close.
Very, very, very tasty. Come on, chore time. You like being down here, don't you? Is this one of your favorite places down here?
I just dived down here.
We just drove down here. Yeah, and now what are we gonna do?
Feed the cows.
Feed the cows. You got it. And what are you gonna do?
And to go over there and look at the geese.
Okay, go over there and look at the geese. This is Matt, and we bought pigs at the same time from the same people the same age.
Yep. Oh, they've never bit me like that.
No, but do you notice the difference in their temperament just like approaching them with feed? Or do yours act like that? Kind of like screechy, screamy.
Yeah,
and...
no,
okay.
I mean, similar, yeah.
Just watch that butt. This guy here. Okay. He's not aggressive, but there's nothing to say he won't think that he might want to dominate someone just because that's what animals do. That's smart. He said that's the girl because I see teats. Yeah. These farm kids have learned some things in their time, in their short time.
I'm a farm kid.
What did you say?
I'm a farm kid.
You're a farm kid? That's exactly right. A little homegrown family, scraggly, rough around the edges farm, but you are a farm kid. When did you see him last?
Oh man, I guess the last time we worked on the barn has been at least
too long.
A couple months.
Dude, we're talking about our steer here. Grace, what's his name? So many people said like, watch out for naming your meat animals, and I like name my meat animals and forget their names, so that works too.
Our pigs are bacon 1 and bacon 2, so.
That's awesome. If I asked Brianna knows every animal's name perfectly. I don't remember names anyway. It's not just animals, but whether I remember his name or not, he's a very sweet steer and he's gonna taste amazing. Every time I get in here with the bull, I'm acutely aware, like, if he decided to, he could take me out. I'm bringing them another good bale, even though they didn't finish the other hay. This is the good bale I brought up this morning, and the cows spent almost the whole day right here eating it, while they left the majority of that second hay, the rougher hay, here. But I'm giving them that good bale for two reasons. One, they will end up coming back and working on that more, because cows can eat straw in a pinch. Never done that, never will. But it's also gonna be extremely cold tonight, so I want them just to have full rumens so they can stay really warm.
I have my doubt. 25.
Okay.
No, 21.
21
That's it,
degrees.
21. It's gonna be cold.
It will be.
I am not ready.
I'm not either. I don't want it to get that cold. Let's go.
Often going.
Where are they all going?
Yeah.
We're gonna go up and have supper.
Or they have supper.
Actually,
Yeah, they're gonna have supper with us.
there we go. Come on.
We had an awesome day. Breeze put up 28 quarts of beautiful pinkish colored applesauce. It's pink because the apple peels are still in here, just blended up. And this stuff is delicious. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.